You're watching Inside Automotive with Jim Fitzpatrick.
Hey everyone, Jim Fitzpatrick. Thanks so much for joining us today. A new year is filled with new opportunities for sales teams asking how to crush it. Listen up, okay? On today's show, we're discussing what you need to know. Joining us now is the one and only Jen Suzuki, sales trainer, president of eDealer Solutions, and host of the podcast Dealer Talk with Jen Suzuki. So Jen, thank you so much for joining us once again on the show. Very much appreciated. Last time you were in, we talked about 2023, some of the trends that came out of it. But what do you believe will be the most important areas for automotive sales professionals to focus on in order to succeed in 2024?
Okay. Well, like any year, it's important, and I do this myself. January 1st, I am thinking about my entire year ahead, and you've got to plan for it. You want to be successful, you want to level up, you want to be a top performer. I don't care what level you are at, you have to have goals, and you got to have a game plan. So start here. Think about what your level up look like. So once you map everything out and you got a game plan for, increasing your revenue, increasing your clientele, things like this, put it on paper, map out your game plan, your actions, your daily tasks that are going to help you get there. So go into 2024 with a massive game plan that's on paper and let people see it. Tell people about your game plan. Sometimes we don't want to say stuff like this because we don't want to miss the mark. That's how you make the mark. You let other people know what you're trying to accomplish, and your bosses, they need to know what your goals are, what you're trying to do so that they can include you on things. They'll be thinking about you because you're trying to achieve that next level. Think about your time management. I can't tell you how many times I walk into all levels of people in the dealership. I walk in their office and everybody's on Instagram. Like, that Instagram, is it making you money? If it's not making you money, it's time to get focused on how we're going to level up. Now, a lot of people missed the mark on their paychecks this year because we had some really good times. Yeah, we know that things have changed. And I want you, I'm your sales BFF here. I want you to make money. So the only way you're going to be able to really stay focused here is to map out your day. Yeah. A lot of people don't do this. They don't look at time management. Like, block off times of your day to allocate towards the things that are going to help you make money. Sure. Don't think that the dealership is going to bring in business for you. You have to nurture your clientele. You got to stay connected with your clientele. It can't just be like, sold, bye, talk to you never. Okay, that's not going to work. Because I'm trying to market their household, their neighborhood, everything. You got to stay connected to people now more than ever. That's right. Okay, that's just a few. That's right. Bring in your own business. Start prospecting the database.
That's exactly right. So are there specific techniques or strategies that you would recommend in addition to what you just mentioned for sales teams to adopt in the coming year?
Well, okay. So, I know I've said this before, but video is something that a lot of people stay away from. Mm-hmm. It is a way to make money. It is a way to humanize yourself, to sell your character, to ensure that people put you together in a favorable way. A lot of times we're doing remote business, phone calls, emails, texts, and all this stuff, and people need to see a human. Okay. AI will never catch up to you. So, you really want to hone in on your video skills this year and really hone in on handling objections. Be very clear about snapping back confidently with the right answers. And things are constantly shifting. Right now, people want to OTD. They want to know what that payment's going to look like. They want to know what their trade is going to be worth before they come in. Mm-hmm. So we need to be clear on ensuring that people feel confident about doing business with us. So when they ask you OTD, regardless of putting it up there up front, I still need to have some sort of a game plan to deliver that information to them in a way that gets them on board. I follow market conditions. We're following competitors every day. We're pricing, putting our best. I need something to say to the people. At the same time, I need to gain a commitment before I start putting numbers out there. And these are things that all managers can be honing in on as well to coach their teams, give them little power punches when they get the whole squad together. You could do a quick flash training in 5-10 minutes. That's and right. Keep everybody tight in the way that they're going to respond to people. So these are some of the strategies that I would recommend going into the new year, because a lot of times people are, they're not just walking in the door. So we have to really leverage the phone now more than ever. So have a game plan. Don't just be winging it. Don't just be picking up the phone. How can I help you? Be very clear about your strategy, your questions, and the value that you're going to bring to the table. It needs to be crystal.
That's right. Jennifer Suzuki, what say you on wanting to sell, for salespeople that want to sell more EVs and sell EVs in 2024? Mm-hmm.
Well, a lot of people aren't driving these cars, I've heard you say before. That's right. And so they don't feel very passionate about them. A lot of times we don't know our product and we're not watching the advancements. We see them sitting on the shelf and we're like, but that's not going to sell them. So you got to find the thing that makes them stand out. whether it's the app-based tech that is, remote controlling the car, or showcasing some of the important features that really add more value to the car. And look, the prices went up. EV, gas, whatever, the prices went up.
Yeah.
So you've got to be able to justify that difference, right? Between what the price used to be and what it is now. So you got to bring the value up. So you got to really show off the technology, really show off the things that get people like, okay, that's really interesting. You got to get out there and demo these things. You can't just let the cars sit there. You got to get in these cars. You got to show them off to people.
That's right.
You got to get excited about them and get your rep in there to show you some of these things. Get on YouTube, start watching the videos. Follow follow these brands on TikTok and Instagram so that you stay in tune, stay on top of your tech.
That's right. And in fact, have a YouTube channel for your consumers and your people that are thinking about buying, right?
Heart.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Focusing on your social media presence, your brand building, you're trying to capture new customers. If you want to get out there and bring in your own business and you want making a career out of this, I agree.
Do your own walk around right here. Put it on YouTube. YouTube's the #2 search engine out there behind Google. So if somebody's thinking about buying a new SUV or Camry or Honda, whatever it might be, they Google it, right? Or they go to YouTube and go, let's find out who's got. And guess what? If you're in their market and you're doing a walk-around presentation, they may just call you and say, love the presentation, tell me more about that car. And it was free. What are you doing?
And if you want to move those EVs, you want to be the EV person. Sometimes we have a guy in the store or a gal in the store and they're the truck person. We're always like, oh, that's the truck person.
That's right.
You got to be a person.
That's right. In fact, when you get the up, you grab that person and you go, come on over here and talk to my customer about the truck. Because I didn't do any research, right?
Right.
It's crazy.
Right. But to your point, it's like, if you're not like a big social media person, look, the whole entire world that's what we're doing.
I know.
And is particular spare time. Hone in on these skills, learn a new craft, go out there, go to a workshop, really challenge yourself this year, to separate yourself from the competition. At the same time, do things that maybe make you uncomfortable. That is the reminder when you're uncomfortable that you are focused on that next level of success.
You can't win them on the blacktop until you've won them on the laptop. You can use that.
Your comments? You're killing it.
Oh, boy. Jen Suzuki, this is why we love having you in here. President of eDealer Solutions. By the way, notice the word dealer and solutions is in the name of her company. That's because that's what she provides to her clients. So we're going to show the information right here as to how to get a hold of Jen. But just because she talks fast, that only means that she's very passionate about this industry. So Jen, thanks so much for joining us on the show. We very much appreciate it. By the way, check out her podcast, which is the Talk with Jen Suzuki. Dealer Talk with Jen Suzuki, everywhere you can find your podcast. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. My pleasure.
Thanks for watching Inside Automotive with Jim Fitzpatrick.